We're in the studio today with Monique Melton, a young entrepreneur in St. Mary's County and in Southern Maryland. Monique, it's good to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
We're really excited. You have got a very special bridal expo coming up in August,
Yes.
August 26th from 12 to 4. Let's talk a little bit about it. What's your bridal expo? What makes it so special?
Well, one thing is this Bridal Expo brings you everything you need to get married and stay married.
Ooh.
And that's the really fun part because we are having hot topic workshops on fitness and finances.
Big hot buttons, big hot topics.
Yes. Every bride wants to look amazing in her wedding dress.
Sure.
Of course she does. But also the wedding is one day.
Right.
So we have the finances workshop to help you have that financial freedom so that you know how to budget your money and help with eliminating some of the number one reasons that people argue in relationships is over money. So we really want to equip you with the things you need before you say I do so that you can stay together.
I think that that's a terrific idea. You're bringing everybody together, and the focus is always on that day, that special day. There's a year and a half of planning. There's thousands of dollars. There's meetings, and there's little details, and there's beautiful things. But then I think there's this gigantic sense of as soon as that day's over,
Exactly.
now what?
And I think there's a feeling of emptiness. All this time I've been doing this, and that. It's like, wow, okay, now life actually does go on after the wedding day. So that's why this expo is really exciting because we really want you to prepare for after the wedding day as well with real estate information, finances, healthy eating, things that just have to do with everyday life.
Because once you get married, guess what? It's everyday life. Well, that sounds great. Now, I know you have a lot of different vendors that are coming to the show because you're really trying to touch on many different aspects from the wedding day itself and then, of course, the days afterwards.
Exactly.
So you have a lot of positions, but they are filling up quickly.
They
now,
are.
Do you have room for more vendors?
We do. We have room for a few more vendors, but it's very important that you visit our website at the kissbridalexpo.com and request an exhibitor packet. If you find out that your category is already filled, there are other opportunities for you to be involved in this particular expo.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yes.
Plus, one thing I want to mention, it's not part of the Bridal Expo, but when I talk about you being an entrepreneur, this is one of the things that I think is great, and something you and I have talked about before, is you have a networking group to do with the whole bridal industry. And you mentioned something one time that I just thought was really poignant when you said, I don't want to compete with people. There's plenty out there, but let's bring everybody together and share.
Exactly, yes. And really, in this industry, there are a lot of different people that do what you do, but instead of looking at them as your competition, look at them as your colleague because we can learn from each other. There's enough business for all of us, and so I created the networking group, which is called the I Do Wedding Connection, and it's a group of about 180 members, and it's growing every day. It's for brides, grooms, and wedding professionals. It's a great place to grow in your business as well as reach out and make connections with other business owners.
Wonderful. Well, if we have vendors, prospective brides, moms, anybody watching, they want to take a look at your website, why don't you give that web address?
It is the www.kissbridalexpo.com.
And August 26th from noon to 4. Oh, before I let you go, are you recommending pre-registration for the expo?
Yes,
for
please.
brides?
It's not required, but it's very helpful because we are anticipating a nice crowd to come. And so if you want to move through the registration faster, it'll be easier if you just pre-register online. It's very simple, and that way we can move things forward. But you can definitely register on the day of the event.
Wonderful. Well, MetroCast Channel 10 is proud to be a part of this and sponsoring this event. And in the coming weeks, we're going to talk to Monique some more. So if you're a bride and you're saying, hey, are there door prizes? Hey, are there going to be?
Yes, there are.
All right. Well, we'll talk about that in the coming weeks. Monique, thanks for joining us. It's going to be a good event.
Thank you for having me.
We'll have more of our Best Buys program coming up in a moment. You're watching MetroCast Channel 10.